Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us here on Sassy Sonya Sews. We are continuing on with our Peppermint Lane block of the month. As you can see here, this is what the finished quilt is going to look like. And so this month, for month 9, we are going to be working on some candy canes. Now, this is a month where there is no correlating video from the Fat Quarter Shop. You can see here that I've gotten all of my pieces all cut out from the background in the two colors that we're going to be using. If you have the book and you're following along, you'll notice that there's not cues. You can't really see very well, but I have letters that just aren't used, so I write on them just to get them used up. So we have quite a few background pieces, and these will be the two fabrics that are going to make the candy cane. We're going to be making a lot of half square triangles to get the curve of the candy cane. You see here, it's got the curve, so we need a lot of little half square triangles. And you see here that we're going to be making 5. So again, if you have the book, you're going to see that it's pretty good in giving you the instructions. So this is what the finished product will look like. So I am going to go ahead and start getting these things sewn together. And we've talked before on how to do half square triangles. We have a drawn line on the light fabric, and we're going to sew on both lines, or both sides of the lines, I should say, and then cut them in half. So they're, going to be pretty tiny. So, just take your time if you're sewing along so that we can get everything all, sewn with and accurate so that these will measure correctly. So let me go ahead and get those done, and then I will be right back and we'll start putting these things together. All right, so I just want to pause here as I'm going. We've made our half square triangles. I'm starting to do the trimming of them in the directions. They call this the peppermint stick half, and they call this the background half. So part of the background half, we have 5 that look like this. But in the directions, they want us to do something that looks like this as well. So we're going to be using the peppermint stick halves and just a plain white square. And then we are going to sew them so that it creates this little dual on this side and then just the background square on that side. So you are going to draw a line on the background fabric, and then you're going to position it so that this is how it's going to look when you're done. So, but we want to make sure that we are placing them in the correct place. So once it gets done, we're not going to draw on both sides. We're just drawing on the line for this. And then part of it is going to be cut away so that we get this unit here. And as you can see, we're going to be using it in this little portion of the candy cane right there. So I want to say that so this one I'm going to have to correct, because as you can see, it's not, I sewed it on there correctly, but we need it to be this way so that, focus is here, so the white should be here. So I'll have to make some extra squares so I can get that right. So when I cut this one, I want the red to be on the bottom, so it's going to be opening this way, and then it'll be correct. So you see how I did that there. This is why, you know, we always try to make a little example before you sew the real thing, so that if you're sewing along, this is what you're going to encounter as well. You want to make sure that you're layering. So on this one, I did put the sewn line in the correct, but when I trimmed off, I didn't trim the correct side because I didn't look. So as I was going along, I'm like, ooh. All right, let's line that up. So we want our unit to look like that and not like this, because otherwise your candy cane's not going to match up right. All right, so I just wanted to draw that out as we're going through and making our month 9 peppermint stick blocks. Okay, so we'll keep going here. So I wanted to show you the breakup of the all the squares and how they would look. You kind of get an idea of the candy cane here. You'll see that's the piece that we did the half square triangle, then we made a 3 square triangle. I think that's the technical term, but don't quote me on that. So all of these will be sewn together. In the book, it does give you the directions of sew these 6 pieces together. Then you're going to sew these 3 pieces together and then attach it to this. And then this unit will get attached to this unit. In the directions, again, it does say that you're going to have some extra little units. I have one left over for this, and I don't have any leftover units for this because remember we have the oopsie one that I did incorrectly. So I used one of those to make it correct. So now we'll have 5 candy canes that once we get all these pieces assembled, you're going to see that this is how they turn out. So they're still a little in their rough state because, you know, it saves you a 1/4 inch seam. And so you're going to have the 5 when you get this one sewed. You'll have 5 candy canes that we need for our peppermint lane block of the month. So I just have the one to finish up. And then we can move on to month 10. So just a reminder for month 9, which is the peppermint stick block, there is no fat quarter shop correlating video. I always like to attach that for everybody if you want to pop over there and see theirs. They go into a little bit more detail. They have the equipment to go, you know, step by step and sew right there with you, as opposed to you know, sew ahead and then show you what the product looks like. That is it for this month. Again, we thank you for watching our videos from Sassy Sonya Sews. If you are a subscriber, we thank you for that. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and click the little bell, and that will subscribe you, and you can, you know, see the things that we do here at Sassy Sonya Sews. It's just a carefree, laid back non-stress sewing channel where I like to show you the things that I've been up to. So right now we are currently doing the block of the month Peppermint Lane that the Fat Quarter Shop did quite a few years ago. So we hope that everything is well on your side, and as always, happy sewing.